Hey guys, it's Eshani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today we are going to be doing anti-haul number 5. You guys really like these videos, and honestly they are really fun for me to do. If you guys don't know what an anti-haul is, it's a video where I'm just gonna chat about makeup products that are coming out or that are already out that I'm not going to buy. It's definitely, you know, an exaggerated video. It's gonna probably come across a little ranty. So if you're not into that kind of stuff, or if this kind of humor isn't your cup of tea, you probably won't love this video. But it's just a fun one for me to do. I get to just come on here and talk about new makeup releases that I'm not gonna buy and just kind of, you know, chit chat, and hopefully it's a little entertaining. So let me go ahead and scoochie on over because we're gonna be popping up some pictures over here. So the first collection, which I thought could have been so much better than it actually turned out to be, this one. This is the Urban Decay Naked Honey collection. Okay, Urban Decay. Let's start with the Naked Honey palette. This is the one piece of the collection that I am marginally interested to try. I do love myself a good naked palette, and this naked palette actually does look pretty if you like golds. For me, along with for a lot of people, I feel like we were hoping for more yellow in this palette. When you look at a lot of the browns, a lot of them look the same. But this Naked Honey palette isn't my main issue. It's kind of the rest of the collection. Urban Decay is also releasing this set, which has a honey eyeshadow primer potion, a full-size glide-on eye pencil and perversion, a travel-size honey scented all-nighter spray, and then a mini honey eyeshadow palette, which has 6 colors in it. This seems unnecessary. The only thing, again, I would be marginally interested in trying is the honey scented all-nighter setting spray, because I'm kind of a sucker for scented setting sprays and I like the smell of honey, so that is like a maybe. Then they also have this lipstick set, which has 4 mini Vice lipsticks. 2 of them are like sheer honey colors that are supposedly honey flavored. One of them is cherry flavored and one of them is cinnamon flavored. And here's the weirdest part about the Naked Honey collection is that they're also kind of re-releasing or re-promoting new products from other collections. For example, these are iridescent powders. They come in Heat, Honey, and Cherry. Naked Heat was a long time ago, and Naked Cherry was also a long time ago. You've also got these lip glosses that are launching that are also in Cherry, Heat, and Honey. Again, like, I get it sort of, but it just feels so random for them to re-promote older collections and expand upon them, but it all be included in the Naked Honey collection. I'm just kind of confused. The swatches of the Naked Honey palette just further prove that there are so many colors in this palette that look very similar. So I don't really know. I don't know where Urban Decay was going with this collection. Parts of it seem mildly interesting, but it's a huge collection with a lot of different products, a lot of different gift sets, a lot of different Volt style things where you can pick up multiple items from the collection all in one set, and it feels a little strange and just a little too much. It's too much. I want to quickly mention this holiday collection. This is the Natasha Denona Gold collection. As of when I'm filming this video, there are 2 products that have been sneak peeked. We've got the gold mini eyeshadow palette, which when I first saw it actually did intrigue me because I like the combination of gold and army green. But here's the weird part is the swatches that have been leaked or that have been shown of this palette seem very inconsistent. For example, these are, I believe, official swatches that Natasha Denona promoted on their brand page. And take a look at that middle gold color. Now take a look at these swatches of the exact same palette. This gold color doesn't line up to the previous swatches. It seems really strange. Again, I like this color scheme. I think it's pretty, but I also have an army green and a lot of golds in my collection, so I don't. I don't need this. They also sneaked this gold glow shimmer duo, which again, the swatches look pretty, but it also looks kind of chunky. And for this being a highlighter duo, I would assume, doesn't seem to be the best texture. Again, just based on these preview swatches. Not sure about the texture for like cheek highlighters. So this collection, or at least these two products in the collection, I'm gonna pass on. Another overwhelming holiday collection, Too Faced. You know, this is too much. You're doing too much. Can you relax? Can I relax? I don't even know. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread holiday collection for 2019. There are certain parts of this collection that I might pick up. I might. If I do, it's probably gonna be for review purposes because you guys asked me to. But there's a new gingerbread eyeshadow palette. This is called the Extra Spicy eyeshadow palette. And can we just look at this comparison that Trend Mood posted of last year's gingerbread spice palette next to the gingerbread extra spicy palette of this year? Not gonna lie, they look a little too similar to me. And maybe seeing them in person, I will feel differently about that, but I don't know. I mean, do we need more warm toned eyeshadows in our life? Do we have enough orangey and kind of burgundy and brown and gold and champagne eyeshadows? I know I do. I know I have enough of those eyeshadows for an eternity. But we know Too Faced don't stop with just one thing. There's also this mini eyeshadow palette, which is the Hot Buttered Rum Face and Eye palette. It's got 6 eyeshadows and 2 highlighters in it. It, again, looks like another natural warm-toned eyeshadow palette. We have this. This is a little cute, this gingerbread bronzer. What's the official name of this? Gingerbread Bronze and Kissed. It's cute, but Too Faced does an excellent job with their cute packaging, and more often than not, particularly with recent releases, the quality just ain't there. So I might swatch this, but I'm not really banking that it's gonna work for my skin tone. My guess is it's gonna be too light. My goodness, what else do we have? A glitter mini lip gloss set, 4 shades, all of them smell like the appropriate colors. We've got peppermint bark, eggnog, spice cake, and sugar plum. Those sound incredible. I mean, those scents, doesn't that sound incredible? But like, do we need more sheer glitter glosses? I don't need these. So I don't know. This is just a lot. This is a lot of gingerbread. This is a lot of earthy, spicy tones that we already have. And unless you're, you know, a Too Faced collector, which if you are, please tell me how much you've invested in that collection. Because when Too Faced goes big, they do this. And ain't nobody got that kind of time or money or energy to invest in this. There's another collection that launched a few weeks back that I'm gonna quickly mention. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star collab collection. They released this eyeshadow palette originally, which actually looks pretty in the pictures. I did get a chance to swatch this, and I will tell you it's not that good. Just being totally honest with you guys. I was very, very underwhelmed by the quality of these eyeshadows. There's also a new scent of the Continuous Setting Mist. This is in the scent Starberry. I guess if you like this Continuous Setting Mist, you know, here's a new scent. There's some brush sets, which, I mean, sure, if you like pink brushes. I'm not the biggest fan of brush sets in general, because unless you're literally gonna use every single one of those brushes that are just gonna sit there and collect dust. So I purchase brushes individually. And then they also launched these lip sets. There's 2 of them, the bolds and the nudes. Each of these sets has 2 mini velour liquid lipsticks in Jeffree Star's formula and 3 lip glosses in, I think those are Morphe's formula. The price on these is pretty decent. They're $25 a set. So if you're like really itching to try them, but also remember, $25 a set means you're paying $5 per mini product. So if you're not going to use 1 or 2 or 3 of the colors, it's probably not worth your money. So just keep that in mind. And I'm not gonna lie, my biggest confusion with this release is why Morphe. I feel like Jeffree Star comes across as being insanely bougie. He also has his own makeup brand, which I'll be totally honest is really good. I mean, his price range is definitely more mid to high end. It's not, you know, inexpensive the way Morphe is, but at the same time, I mean, the quality is like 5,000 times better. I'm sure this is just a money grab on both brands' parts, but it does kind of disappoint me that Jeffree would collab with Morphe and release honestly kind of low quality product, because we kind of know that Jeffree is bougie as all get out, and this makeup, it ain't bougie. It just ain't bougie. Alrighty, Eshani, you are just winning all over the place. Next up, this is a very, very poor quality picture, but it was a sneak peek that Wet n Wild did at DragCon NYC. It is their 40 pan giant eyeshadow palette. First off, this palette looks a little familiar to me. Am I the only one that sees these two palettes as a little too similar? But even more than that, I just have to say that I'm kind of over the really large palettes. I like eyeshadow palettes. No. I love eyeshadow palettes. But any eyeshadow palette that has more than 12 to 15 colors, even 15 is kind of pushing it. I would say 12 is like the sweet spot. If the 12 colors are curated correctly, you can absolutely get some stunning, very different looks. But then you throw in like 40 pans of miscellaneous colors and it's a lot. I understand that, you know, holiday palettes do this. It's like the more the merrier kind of thing. But to me, this is too much. And I don't have an interest in this. I also don't have room in my collection for this. And while Wet n Wild does some pretty good eyeshadow formulas, I'm not looking into this. Finally, wrapping up this anti-haul video, this palette. This is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. Ugh, this one kind of hurts because I love Natasha Denona eyeshadows. This is on the list for kind of the same reason as the Wet n Wild one. I don't need this many eyeshadows added into my collection, especially not when I see the variety in this palette and my eye immediately is like playing the color matching game where I'm seeing so many similar shades within this 28 pan palette. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for a giant eyeshadow palette to have every single color of the rainbow and for all the colors to be distinctly different from each other. But in my head, I want to be able to kind of see a palette and envision a look or envision multiple looks that I could get out of it. And with this palette, I look at it and I feel like any look I do is gonna end up looking very similar. I feel like I would naturally just gravitate towards one of those shimmery golds and just put it all over my lid. And then probably one of those orangey tones or the matte brown, or maybe I'll get a little funky and throw in that army green, but ultimately it's going to be a gold shimmery shadow look. Like that's all this is gonna give me. And who knows, I might see it in person and I might totally eat my words, but even the swatches are just not, they're not doing it for me. They're not giving my heart those palpitations that I like to get when I see new makeup. I wanna feel that, I wanna feel the connection, I wanna feel it, and I don't feel this one. Whew, alrighty guys, we had a lot to go through. A lot of new collections. I feel like brands are releasing these extensive collections, especially holiday collections that just have so many products that I feel like, how in the world can anyone keep up with this? But anyways, if any of you guys are actually interested in any of the products I talked about, let me know down below, because as you probably heard, there are definitely some products, especially in some of these collections, that I still might end up picking up, but you guys are gonna have to convince me a little bit. So go ahead and do that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your guys' support. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like anti-hauls, and I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. I'll see you then. Bye.